Colin Kaepernick is back in the news after alleging that his white parents, get this, are racist.
Well, actually, it's a pretty reasonable claim because as someone who also doesn't identify with white culture, I know what it's like to have it thrust upon you when my parents forced me to play hockey at the ripe age of 6 years old.
Ryan, why are you wearing a do-rag?
Made me get up against my will at 6 a.m. sharp, which we all know is white people time.
But you're white.
And on top of that, when I spoke Ebonics to my grandmother, my dad pulled me aside, said stop calling grandma a biatch because apparently other cultures are not welcome at this hospice.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I also had whiteness foisted upon me.
Where'd you get a matching do-rag?
That's not important. What's important is that for my bar mitzvah, I wanted to wear a do-rag instead of a kippah. This thing is street legal. They wouldn't allow it. And I also requested, instead of a rabbi, to get the Reverend Al Sharpton. But they said they couldn't afford him. And now that I think about it, I don't even think they asked.
I don't know if you're trying to make some sort of mockery of my culture, but when my grandmother died, I wanted to eulogize her with a freestyle, and everyone was violently opposed to that. Not to mention the pushback against what I wanted to wear to the funeral, which was very baggy gray sweatpants, a white wife beater, 2 baby blue wristbands, a matching baby blue headband, Allen Iverson style, and I was told that there's a dress code at this funeral, which sounds about white.
Oh, Ryan, I know what dress code really means. When I was at Passover, they're all droning on about Jewish slaves, and I was like, can we talk about the real slaves, please?
Okay, but you actually do identify with white culture, and I don't, which is why it was problematic when my parents forced me to do my homework against my will when what I really wanted to do was walk around the house with a comically large ghetto blaster, blasting music at all hours of the night.
I was forced to light Hanukkah candles during Kwanzaa, Ryan.
I was grounded for showing up baked to Easter, which is a part of my Rastafarian roots, which I was not allowed to explore, and I actually don't appreciate you making a mockery of this.
Because of the programming of my white parents, I'm physically incapable of getting waves.
We have Adam Rowe in the studio, folks.